the 10 questions we are going to put through as far as sources are concerned, what could be in all likelihood will be asked with the Deputy CM of Delhi, that what was the decision taken and why was the decision taken to make a new liquor policy altogether, like a liquor policy that had caused a loss to the state exchequer. Secondly, how many meetings before formulating the new liquor policy, because what is being said that the decision was passed without even taking the cabinet into confidence and without the approval of the Lieutenant General. How many private persons and businessmen attended these meetings, because the main charge has been that the private, when it comes to the businessmen, they have been given a lot of profit. If the private persons were allowed to attend these meetings, then at whose behest, as far as this policy formation is concerned, that was done? Why were Vijay Nair and Abhishek Boinpalli involved in the formulation of liquor policy? Because the Aam Aadmi Party has been defending them. Vijay Nair has been said that he is part of the party but not involved in decision making. Did your close aide Arjun Pandey took from Indospirit MD Sameer Mahindra at the behest of Vijay Nair? So these are the specifics of the meetings that have taken place. The alleged involvement of all of these individuals. Sameer Mahindra is also someone who's been taken into custody. That is being questioned. Who in your government was getting money from 6% cut? So what is being said, despite causing a loss to the exchequer, loss to the state government as well, where was those profits exactly going to and to whom? Didn't you realize that the new excise policy will reduce the government revenue? And that is exactly what had happened when it comes to the loss to the state exchequer. So whose decision was that when it comes to implementing the new excise policy without taking permission from the Lieutenant Governor? Those has been the charges that have also been put forth by the BJP, that why wasn't the LG taken into confidence and this decision was taken sans his approval. And lastly, what and why the businessmen linked to Telangana politician enter the liquor business in Delhi? Any meeting with Telangana politician at all? So there is a Telangana link as well. We know that the area of investigation on part of the CBI and also being extended to the enforcement directorate as well, where multiple raids that have also been taking place in different parts of the country.
Now, the Aam Aadmi Party, in its defense of Mr. Manish Sisodia, has drawn an interesting analogy. They've compared the fight waged by Mr. Sisodia against the CBI to akin to Bhagat Singh and his struggle for freedom and independence for India. Now, Bhagat Singh's relatives have in fact reacted very strongly to the kind of statements coming in, the kind of comparisons being drawn by the Aam Aadmi Party, claiming, please do not tarnish his image. The Aam Aadmi Party must withdraw that particular statement and must also apologize for having drawn that kind of a comparison.
सर, मैं टाइम्स नाउ से बात कर रही हूँ। सर, दरअसल आज आपको पता होगा कि आज जो है ना, केजरीवाल सर ने, अरविंद केजरीवाल ने ट्वीट किया था रिगार्डिंग दी ड्रॉइंग अ कंपैरिजन भगत सिंह को, ड्रॉइंग अ कंपैरिजन विद भगत सिंह विद सत्येंद्र जैन एंड मनीष सिसोदिया एक्साइज पॉलिसी को लेके। हाँ, तो आप मुझे बताएंगे कि आप इसको किस तरह से देखते हैं?
मैं तो ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा केजरीवाल साहब को, दिस इज एन इंसल्ट टू शील भगत सिंह। अकेले शील भगत सिंह नहीं, जितने भी फ्रीडम फाइटर्स हैं, हाउ ही कैन कंपेयर सिसोदिया जी एंड सत्येंद्र जैन विद सरदार भगत सिंह। उनका जो मिशन था, उनका जो पर्पस था, वो पॉलिटिकल गेन के लिए नहीं था, सभी पब्लिक के लिए था। जो पॉलिटिकल गेन वाला आदमी है वो कभी फांसी पर नहीं जाता। वो उन्होंने सिस्टम के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ी थी, जो उस टाइम का सिस्टम था, जो ब्रिटिश का था, उनसे आजादी के लिए। ये सिस्टम की लड़ाई नहीं लड़ रहे, ये तो सत्ता की लड़ाई चल रही है इनकी। उसमें ज्यादा मैं बोलना नहीं चाहता कि क्या हो रहा है। जैसे पंजाब में भी है, इनकी पावर है, पंजाब में क्या हो रहा है, क्या इनके मंत्री कर रहे हैं, क्या इनके एमएलए कर रहे हैं। सो प्लीज इनको मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि डोंट टार्निश द इमेज ऑफ सरदार भगत सिंह और अदर फ्रीडम फाइटर्स बाय कंपेयरिंग देयर एमएलएज विद देयर मिनिस्टर्स। ओके
जी सर। So do you think that Arvind Kejriwal should apologize for this?
देखो, उनको इसके बारे में, उनको जो स्टेटमेंट दी है, उनको ये वापस लेना चाहिए, बहुत माफी मांगनी चाहिए कि ये स्टेटमेंट मेरे से गलती से दी होगी, कैसे जो भी है, इसको वापस लेना चाहिए।
Let me go across to Mohit Bhatt, who's been tracking this development very closely. Mohit, people are, of course, entitled to their right to free speech and expression, and political games will continue. Political points will continue to be scored. But comparisons like these are clearly fairly far-fetched, inviting criticism from the relatives this time of Mr. Bhagat Singh as well.
And Siddharth, that is the charge of the BJP also. Now, BJP in a press conference, Sambit Patra, the national spokesperson, said that Bhagat Singh is a national idol. Now, if you compare likes of Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia with Bhagat Singh, is an insult to Bhagat Singh. And he also stated that the Aam Aadmi Party should come out and apologize. Now, Siddharth, how did it start? Now, yesterday, Manish Sisodia tweeted that he has been summoned by the CBI. And on Twitter, Arvind Kejriwal quoted that tweet by Manish Sisodia and said that this is the second fight for the freedom. And he compared Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia with Bhagat Singh, saying that the going to jail will not deter our course for freedom and for free speech. Now, what the BJP says is that comparing somebody who is accused of corruption, comparing somebody like Satyendra Jain who is being jailed for a long time.
We're getting an official BJP reaction. Shehzad Poonawala joins us on the phone line. Shehzad, the BJP as well as the Congress have actually taken umbrage to this kind of a comparison being made by the Aam Aadmi Party.
You know, this is the most disgusting comparison, to compare those who fought for Swatantrata and for Swaraj, to compare them with those who are involved in Sharab. This shows the mindset of the Aam Aadmi Party. Is Mr. Arvind Kejriwal comparing Shaheed-e-Azam Bhagat Singh to those Sharab mafia people who are destroying the future of our youth in Punjab and in Delhi, those who are doing corruption? And therefore, the family members of Shaheed-e-Azam Bhagat Singh have strongly reacted to this. And now, if Mr. Kejriwal has any sense of decency, morality left, not only should he ask Mr. Sisodia to submit himself to the law without creating any obstructions, but he must also categorically withdraw all the tweets and statements made. And this is a sense, a kind of insult to our freedom fighters. They have insulted Kanha ji in the past by comparing Tahir Hussain to Kanha, the same Tahir Hussain who was the mastermind of the anti-Hindu riots. He has compared himself to Krishna ji. He has compared all the corrupt people in his party to Mahatma Gandhi, Bhagat Singh ji. So he must immediately withdraw these statements. These are very offensive statements. And after offending the feelings of Hindus in Gujarat by Gopal Italia, now he's offending the feelings of crores and crores of Indians who consider themselves as the followers of Bhagat Singh ji.
And Shehzad, how do you specifically respond to the charge coming from the Aam Aadmi Party that the demeanour of the dispensation at the centre is not very different from the British, in the sense that they fabricated cases in order to frame cases against the opposition to muzzle them in the build-up to the elections this time round? How do you respond to that specific charge coming from the AAP?
Siddharth, this is such a ludicrous argument to make. Today we have independent, free and fair courts of the law in this country, which was not the case in the British rule. Let's assume that we were vindictive. Are the courts vindictive? Are the courts vindictive against Satyendra Jain? Are they vindictive against Vijay Nair? Are they vindictive against Tahir Hussain? When we ask specific questions on the Sharab Ghotala, instead of submitting themselves to the investigation process or getting relief from a court of law, 17th August this FIR was filed. If they were so innocent, they could have got the FIR quashed. Instead of all of that, now they compare our courts to the British system, and they compare Sharab Mafia people to Shaheed-e-Azam Bhagat Singh, and they compare Tahir Hussain to Kanha. I mean, what kind of comparison is this? This is insult to injury after doing corruption. Now you're doing celebration of corruption, protection of corruption, and justification of corruption.
Thanks for that response there, Shehzad. Let's also once again listen in to the relative of Bhagat Singh, who's clearly taken exception to the kind of comparisons being made by members of the Aam Aadmi Party, including the Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal.
सर, मैं टाइम्स नाउ से बात कर रही हूँ। सर, दरअसल आज आपको पता होगा कि आज जो है ना, केजरीवाल सर ने, अरविंद केजरीवाल ने ट्वीट किया था रिगार्डिंग दी ड्रॉइंग अ कंपैरिजन भगत सिंह को, ड्रॉइंग अ कंपैरिजन विद भगत सिंह विद सत्येंद्र जैन एंड मनीष सिसोदिया एक्साइज पॉलिसी को लेके। हाँ, तो आप मुझे बताएंगे कि आप इसको किस तरह से देखते हैं?
मैं तो ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा केजरीवाल साहब को, दिस इज एन इंसल्ट टू शील भगत सिंह। अकेले शील भगत सिंह नहीं, जितने फ्रीडम फाइटर्स हैं, हाउ ही कैन कंपेयर सिसोदिया जी एंड सत्येंद्र जैन विद सरदार भगत सिंह। उनका जो मिशन था, उनका जो पर्पस था, वो पॉलिटिकल गेन के लिए नहीं था, सभी पब्लिक के लिए था। जो पॉलिटिकल गेन वाला आदमी है वो कभी फांसी पर नहीं जाता। वो उन्होंने सिस्टम के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ी थी, जो उस टाइम का सिस्टम था, जो ब्रिटिश का था उनसे आजादी के लिए। ये सिस्टम की लड़ाई नहीं लड़ रही, ये तो सत्ता की लड़ाई चल रही है इनकी। उसमें ज्यादा मैं बोलना नहीं चाहता कि क्या हो रहा है। जैसे पंजाब में भी है, इनकी पावर है, पंजाब में क्या हो रहा है, क्या इनके मंत्री कर रहे हैं, क्या इनके एमएलए कर रहे हैं। सो प्लीज इनको मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि डोंट टार्निश द इमेज ऑफ भगत सिंह और अदर फ्रीडम फाइटर्स बाय कंपेयरिंग देयर एमएलएज विद देयर मिनिस्टर्स। ओके
जी जी सर। So do you think that Arvind Kejriwal should apologize for this?
देखो, उनको इसके बारे में उनको जो स्टेटमेंट दी है उनको ये वापस लेना चाहिए, बहुत माफी मांगनी चाहिए कि ये स्टेटमेंट मेरे से गलती से दिए हुए कैसे है, जो भी है इसको वापस लेना चाहिए।
Let me go back once again to Mohit Bhatt. Mohit, of course, you were taking us through the genesis of how all this actually began, and when Times Now had also briefly spoken to Atishi's, he said that this is a second battle for independence being waged, this time by the Aam Aadmi Party against a centre that is out to frame its people and arrest them on false pretext.
Well, you see, Aam Aadmi Party has this standard reply that the BJP is using all their agencies as part of the political vendetta against Aam Aadmi Party because Aam Aadmi Party is making grounds on Gujarat. Now, Siddharth, the political part, if you keep the political part of this particular whole issue aside, now the comparison of Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia with Bhagat Singh has irked many, including the political lines and also the family of Bhagat Singh. Now, they have said that somebody who is accused of corruption, a man like Satyendra Jain, who is also in jail for a time, he's not been able to secure bail. Secondly, Manish Sisodia is also accused, number one, in the excise scam. Comparing him with Bhagat Singh, who is a national idol, at the age of 23, he was hanged by the Britishers, he fought for our country, is something which is not right. And that is why BJP since morning have gone all guns blazing at the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that Kejriwal should take his statement back, Kejriwal should delete his tweet, and they should come out and apologize because they have compared Bhagat Singh with Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain. Now, huge political fights, Siddharth, have erupted on this particular issue. And as we spoke to the kin of Bhagat Singh, they have also stated that Bhagat Singh did not fight for any political party. Bhagat Singh fought for the free India. Bhagat Singh fought for the idea of India. And hence, he did not fight for power. This is the fight for politics. This is fight for power. And hence, comparison of Sisodia with Bhagat Singh is something
Mohit, let me just interrupt you. More reactions coming in again from the BJP. Mr. RP Singh joins us on the phone line for his response. Yes, Mr. Singh, your response to how the Aam Aadmi Party has drawn a comparison between some of its senior leaders and a legendary figure of the independence movement like Bhagat Singh.
He is trying to take shield on the pretext of Bhagat Singh, and there's no comparison. Bhagat Singh ji gave his life for the country, and this man is caught in corruption. They're deeply involved in corruption and scams, and then they are comparing themselves with Bhagat Singh. Had Bhagat Singh been alive today, he would have told them what do sacrifice mean. So they are trying to play with the words and try to play with the national figures and heroes. Fact is that Sisodia and his team is deeply involved in scams, and then they have to answer that to CBI. And then CBI is not going to spare them till they answer the CBI.
And Mr. RP Singh, we also had an opportunity to speak to one of the relatives of Bhagat Singh as well, and he's also taken serious exception to this kind of a comparison being made on the part of the Aam Aadmi Party, also asked the AAP to withdraw their comments.
Well, any Indian, any nationalist for that regard will say the same what Bhagat Singh ji's family members said, that they have no right to use name of Bhagat Singh ji for their political objectives and then for their covering up the scams. No one has right to do that, and then he has rightly said so. And I'm hopeful this will bring some sense to Mr. Kejriwal before using the name of Bhagat Singh or Dr. Ambedkar or anyone else, any of the other person who has given life for the country. He'll think twice now.
And how do you respond to the specific charge coming from the Aam Aadmi Party that this is a second battle for independence being waged, one against an extremely ruthless and inflexible centre that is out to fabricate cases against members of the opposition?
well, they should say this to the court. I mean, they should go and say, speak this in the court. And I'm hopeful someone will surely file a case against them on this statement also, because this doesn't behold of any public figure talking about comparing independence movement with the movement, what they are doing, covering up the scams. But the fact is that in case of Satinder Jain also they tried their best. There used to be the minister named Asim Khan, if I rightly remember. He was also caught taking bribe. And then the fake degree minister, Mrs. Tomar, then minister who used to rape women on name of the ration card. So they have a track record of such activities. They just recently, one of the corporators in the constituency of Mr. Sisodia was caught red-handed taking bribe. So they have a track record of that. And then if they have anything to say, they should go to court. Court has not been giving any relief to Satinder Jain also.
Right, many thanks for that, Mr. R.P. Singh. Let me go back once again to Mohit Bhatt, who's been tracking the face-off between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP in particular over these kind of comparisons being made with Bhagat Singh. Mohit, something that the Aam Aadmi Party has also picked up is, of course, the timing of the summons being issued to Manish Sisodia as well as the case being filed against him, all this happening in the build-up to the Gujarat elections.
Now, Siddharth, we also need to understand the political strategy of the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, Siddharth, you have been following this story since the excise scam broke out, and the question that have been raised by the BJP, every time Aam Aadmi Party is being asked specific questions regarding the excise scam, they bring out the education model in Delhi, they bring out the report in the New York Times, and they basically say that they want to replicate the Delhi's education and health model in Gujarat, and hence these agencies are being used against Aam Aadmi Party leader as part of the political vendetta. So this shifting of the goalpost is being done by Aam Aadmi Party, since the questions are being raised on the role of Manish Sisodia, role of the government official, and the whole excise policy, that why exactly the new excise policy was being tweaked, why exactly one-time waiver of 144 crore rupees being given, why exactly the commission, extra commission was being given to the players, why blacklisted companies were being given tenders. So whenever these questions are being asked, Aam Aadmi Party is making it about Gujarat elections. And remember, Siddharth, if you go to the political aspect of it, Aam Aadmi Party is also garnering attention through this. They know that people are talking about this. They know that the media is also covering it. And hence, this is also a part of the strategy of the Aam Aadmi Party, that whenever the questions on the excise policy are being asked, the shifting of goalposts is taking place, and they make it out about the Gujarat elections, about the education policy, about the healthcare policy, and what all the Aam Aadmi Party is doing in Delhi, and that is why they are being attacked by
the Janata Party. Some of its senior leaders like Meenakshi Lekhi have also responded. Let's listen in.
Shameless, that's all I can say. Bhagat Singh at the age of 23 sacrificed his life for this country. Comparing them with such louts is a mindset which needs to be countered.
This is the second fight for independence. Anyone working for the interest of the people is being sent to jail. Satinder Jain, the one who gave the model of Mohalla to the country, has been in jail for 4 months. Now, Manish Sisodia is going to be arrested today and sent to jail.
देखो इदा है कि शहीद भगत सिंह जी नाल शहीद भगत सिंह के साथ अगर किसी शख्स की भी तुलना की जाए, वो इतनी हास्यास्पद बात है कि उसके